was about 1990. I was living in a bigger town in Maryland in a rented apartment on the third floor. And I wound up renting one of the rooms of the apartment to a young woman with whom I had no romantic relationship. One day I came home from work and she was standing on the sidewalk outside talking to these two guys. So I walked up and I talked to them for a couple minutes and I was like, well, I'm going up. Are you all coming up? And she and they were like, yeah, we're coming up. And so we all went up to the apartment and sat down, and right away they wanted to get high. And I think I had just the tiniest bit of weed. I was like, fine, we'll get you high. And they say, yeah, he's my buddy here. He's like, well, he's on the run right now. We were in Texas last week, and he killed these 3 Mexicans. And he's like, they asked for it. I'm like, oh, this is great. And so then they want to know if we had any liquor, which I actually did, and that was a problem too, because I had 2 shots of Jim Beam, so of course they did that. Anyway, eventually Tina goes in the bathroom, and this guy leans over. He's like, are you doing her? I was like, no, I'm not. And he's like, I'm gonna. Then he breaks out his crack pipe, and he goes over by the window. He squats down, he opens the window, starts yelling at some guy on the street who's yelling back. They're having a conversation. They're yelling at each other as he's taking massive hits off the crack pipe. And he's turning red in the face, and finally he just gets up because his friend's like, we need to go. And he's like, yeah, okay, let's go. So they leave. And Tina looks at me, she's like, why the hell did you invite them up here? I'm like, weren't they your friends? She's like, no, I didn't know them at all. They just walked up to me on the street, and then you invite them into the apartment. I'm like, oh, great. Well, let me just so you know, for safety's sake, they did say they are going to do you. She's like, oh, hell. But when they left, they said, we'll see you tomorrow night. And we were hanging out, and sure enough, here's a knock on the door. And before I could move, Tina jumped up, went to the door, threw it open, and laid into those guys. She's like, you're going to fuck who? You're going to fuck who? The fuck you? I get the fuck out of my face. She chased him all the way down the stairs, I think, to the first floor. And they never came back.